And good morning. This is Coach Big Pete of Deep Dish Football. This is my little bit of my log of my visit to Crystal Lake Central football program. Thanks again to the coaching staff, head coach McLaughlin, and the team. It was a wonderful and great time, an eye-opening time. Um, I do have to say this was one of the weirdest, in a good way, visits that I've ever been to. Um, I've never ever seen a head coach uh, the way Coach McLaughlin has basically pays attention to detail. Um, I was completely impressed. I was taken aback by it. You don't see a lot of it that much anymore, especially in the big school ranks, and it's good to see. Um, I'm completely blown away by Coach Spoden, offensive line coach, um, who I consider one of the best offensive line coaches in the state of Illinois. He deserves a lot more respect than people might not know about, but people need to know Coach Spoden, one of the best offensive line coaches in the state of Illinois. And I think a lot of the offensive line coaches agree with me on that. I've been really impressed with Coach Spoden. Um, saw Wyatt Blake. Wyatt Blake, he's the best interior lineman in the state of Illinois, no doubt about it. For college, Keegan, edge rusher, completely impressed with him. Uh, I You can see that he's a wrestler. You can see all the little tidbits of why the kid deserves more respect than he's getting. He's going to be one hell of a college edge rusher. Really, again, another special. They got two other offensive linemen who I really, really like. Very raw, but I have no doubt that Spoden's going to mold him into something special. I really like McLaughlin's approach, sort of doing it the way, not with the rushing of the players and going and moving left, right, left, right, left, right. Go do this drill and then a little break, go grab some water, and then not pay attention to detail, not craft your players into what you want and you have set as a goal to get down during camp in the place for perfect execution. That's huge and key to running an offense. I was completely impressed with head coach McLaughlin on that. Like I said, I was completely impressed with Coach Spoden. I was also impressed. I was happy to see um, um, the way that the practices were approached more of a old school style and able to helping their offensive line and their linemen make them better as a block and a foundation for that offense, which is great to see. Not a lot of teams do that, and my hats off to Coach McLaughlin for doing that and allowing, and especially with Coach Spoden. My complete hats off. Really impressed with Crystal Lake's Central's running backs. I think they're a very dark shadowed place to look out for, and I really like their running backs. They got some length at the wide receiver spot. Could be could be a couple tight ends too. But was really impressed with that. Overall, I would say it was an impressive visit. I was happy to go to Crystal Lake, the land of the Giants, see some big linemen in that. It's good to see some big kids playing football, especially nowadays when if you go down south, they don't play football. But it's great to see it. I had a great time at Crystal Lake Central. I hope to catch a Crystal Lake game, either Crystal Lake Central or versus South or Prairie Ridge or whatever. Can't wait for it. I think that again, it's an up and down seat. It's a IHSA. There's a lot of parity, but when you have a great offensive line, you can win games. And I do think that Crystal Lake Central has a very good offensive line, and I'd watch out for them. But thanks again to Coach McLaughlin. It was great again to seeing Coach Spoden. It was great seeing all the great players of Crystal Lake Central and the role players of Crystal Lake Central. I wish you guys the best of luck. If you like what I have to say, please follow Coach McPete and Deep Dish Football on Twitter and Facebook. Also visit deepdishfootball.com.